Stream. Go, start live stream. Looks good. Check that that's coming through. I don't actually know if it's coming through on Instagram. I don't really get how that works, but anyway. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the markets live. We're going to go through 8 currency pairs. We're going to go through Aussie CAD, Aussie dollar, pound dollar, euro dollar, pound Aussie, pound yen, dollar yen, New Zealand dollar. We're going to work through them in that order. If you guys want to chat and join in the discussion, feel free to. You can just type away. Morning. And we're going to be looking at the markets in that order. We're going to use top-down analysis. I decided to stream it out today so we could bring in a broader audience from our normal live room, members. And yeah, just engage in the chat. If you guys are looking at anything in the markets, let us know. It just allows us to really congregate a larger audience of traders so we can all have a look at what's going on and what's on the radar. Maybe share some of your insights, your approaches to what you're looking to trade. Or if you're just brand new and you've got questions, it's a great opportunity to just get involved. Get involved, ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Good morning. Apologise if I'm talking funny. I still haven't quite got used to these aligners, particularly when I'm talking fast and I do the show or I do these live streams, because that's when I tend to speak a little bit faster. But hope you're all doing well. If anyone's got any trades on the radar right now, just type it into the chat, let us know. I know Adam Logan, one of our live members, is still short the euro dollar from last week, so we'll take a look at that in just a moment. The way we're going to run this is we're going to go through some top-down analysis. So what we're basically going to do is we're going to go through the daily time frame to form a bias, create a prediction of where market's likely to go next. Then we're going to look down on my trading time frame, which would be the 4-hour, to look at trading setups that meet my trade plan rules that I can potentially get involved with. And then we can look down on the 60 to look at entry criteria, entry techniques, trade management, things like that. And also we'll be able to look at the 15-minute time frame for my 60-minute lower time frame. So I trade multiple time frames. So 60-minute time frame is my trading time frame, 4-hour is a trading time frame, and I could use the 15-minute as a lower time frame for the 60. What I won't be doing is I won't be trading off of those lower time frames, like actively day trading, because I'm not doing that. I'm not trading those lower time frames at the moment. Adam Job says pound Aussie short. Good morning. Pound yen CAD short. All right, so look, the rules are, if you've got a setup and you're looking at maybe a setup on one of these pairs, let us know the market, what market it is. Let us know what time frame you're looking at it on. Let us know what the setup is. So is it a flag pattern, a ABCD pattern? Is it a breakout? Is it a wedge? Is it a bat pattern? Is it a double top, double bottom, ascending channel? Right, whatever it might be, let us know the strategy, and also let us know where the price, the impulse leg starts, or the anchor leg starts, or the start of the pattern starts, okay? Whatever that might be. And what that does, those 4 pieces of information just allow us to really identify it quickly without bouncing back and forward. Obviously, we don't want to waste time. Let me just see what these questions are here. Please teach how to trade without stop loss by averaging. Oh, you're talking to the wrong person. No, I'm an advocate for stop loss. I would only trade with a stop loss. So if you want to learn, I think the question might be, why would you want to trade without a stop loss when the primary goal or the primary focus for a trader is to not lose money? if your primary focus as a trader is to not lose money, which it should be, by the way, then why would you not want to use a stop loss? I've never met a successful trader that doesn't use a stop loss, personally. All right, we're going to get stuck in. So I'll keep the chat here for a bit. We are out on YouTube where all the riffraff hang about. So who knows what we're going to attract. But for now, we'll leave it there. A video on YouTube showing you how you can compare brokers. Yes, I did do that video. Anyone use magic keys? I haven't heard of that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at Aussie CAD first. We're going to look at the daily time frame. We're on the daily, as you can see here. These 8 down here on the top right, or you won't be able to see them because that's in the way, but these up here on the top right with an orange flag, they're the pairs we're going to be looking at. And usually what I do is I stream the first 4 on YouTube and all these, when we do these live streams. Then we have a quick break, however long that might take. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it's shorter, depends how much is going on. But then we get through 4 pairs and we take a quick 13-minute break. We always use 13 minutes because it's a Fibonacci number. And then we come back, do the rest of the pairs, the last second 4, and then we head out. And that's it. And we do the same thing every single day. I'm using the TradingView platform today to demonstrate this to you guys, to stream out, because it's very convenient to do that. If you've got any questions as we go through, please ask. Keep the questions intelligent, right? Keep them constructive. Keep them encouraging to others. Keep them just no crap, basically. Morning, Jason. I've been trading pound futures with CME. Sorry, it's very far away. Volume data really changed the way I look at things. Amazing. If it's working for you, that's really good to hear. Pound Aussie break of daily structure, pull back to 618 fib, then new low, hourly candles gives me entry short to low daily zone of 1853 level. Amazing. We'll take a look at that, Adam, in just a bit. This is the kind of thing we want, right? Really nice, constructive conversation going on. Not the typical YouTube stuff that you see, because we appreciate that about 78% of people that watch the videos on YouTube are not subscribed to the channel. So we find all of the dregs, all of the dregs. So pound Aussie, Adam's saying is he's looking for a short. Awesome, so we'll take a look at that. We're going to start on the Aussie CAD though, okay? We're going to start on the Aussie CAD. I'll bring the chat up here. And first of all, if you are subscribed to this channel, if you're not subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe, okay? Definitely subscribe to the channel. As I say, most people that watch it aren't subscribed to the channel. They just come in, watch. They never know what's going on. They don't know when the videos are coming out. Definitely share us some love. Give the video a like. Wherever you're watching it, you might be on Periscope, you might be on YouTube, you might be on Facebook, you might be on Twitch. Wherever you are, definitely subscribe, give the video a like, and hit the notification bell so that you see these when they come up in the future. Because we run a live stream on a Thursday, which is my always free show as well. So definitely do that. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie CAD. So the Aussie CAD is a pair that I was looking to short for a while until what happened was this. So let me just bring on our tool here. We had the lower low, lower close. Okay, I'm just drawing this. And then we had some consolidation. Then we had a lower low, lower close here, okay, which continued down. Then we had an outside return, then a lower low, lower close, and then we violated structure right here. And at that point, some of the guys in the live room started to look for buying opportunities. We saw this rotation in price. And when we get a rotation in price, you kind of just want to hold your horses. Are we technically still bearish? Yes, we are still bearish, but because of what's happened here with price, it gives us a clue that there's a loss of momentum in the trend. We could potentially see a reversal, okay? subscribe, listen to all of your podcasts, awesome content. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for doing that. Thank you very much. In fact, you deserve one of these. There you go. Thank you very much. See, if I just stream this once and that's all we get out of it by someone listening to the podcast, that's amazing. That's worth it. So what we did here is we went into what I class as a period of consolidation. Okay, and when you go into a period of consolidation, what I'm looking for is just some setups that I can take in consolidation. Now on the Aussie CAD, I'm limited. I can take some advanced patterns and things like that. I don't trade wedges or flags or breakouts, or I don't really trade too many structure consolidation zones on this pair either. There are a few price levels, but we're nowhere near those at the moment. So for me, it was just drop down to the trading time frame, see if there's any of those setups, those pattern setups, because we're moving sideways. I've not got a directional bias. I'm not expecting price to push higher. I'm not expecting price to push lower. So we just bring on the pattern setups, okay? And we just look at seeing what we can see. XAB, those of you familiar with bat patterns. Okay, I know many of you guys in here trade these advanced patterns. Well, there's a bat set up there, what we call a bat pattern, completing at 93.60. So when we identify consolidation, we know that these patterns are quite prolific in these zones. Now it's a case of going, okay, what patterns are there? You know, what patterns are setting up? And this is what's known as a bat pattern. If you're using a TradingView platform, you can just go to this little icon here and you've got a series of advanced pattern tools. This is the XABCD pattern, where you're going to be able to draw that out. And it's the 886 completion. All right, so if you bring on the Fibonacci retracement tool and go from X to A, you're going to see that 886 is at 93.61, which would be the completion point of the pattern. And all that means is that if we put in this series of moves in this sequence, we know that when we hit, if price action pushes up and hits 93.61, we know that there's a high probability that we're going to see a little rollover. And where would that rollover go to? Well, conventionally, we look for the 382. So we're just looking for that 382 retracement, which you can bring on again with the fibs, going from A to D. And you can see that 382 retracement is just down here at 93.10. Your stop loss is going to go wherever your stop loss rules are. Some of you trade a 10 pip above X, 20 pip above X. Some of you use ATR based stops and all that. Some of you use fib inversion stops, which means you go from 8 to X and back down using a 113. But whatever it is, whatever your stop loss method is, usually it's more than a 1-to-1 with a bat pattern because of the nature of the completion point. So you can see here we've got a ratio 1.1 to 1. Okay, if I was to bring on my Fibonacci retrace inversion based stop loss, the 113 is here at 93.98, which means you're going to have about a 1.3 to 1 reward to risk on the trade. If you can take those time and time again and you've got more than a 55%, 50% strike rate on the pattern, good strategy, right? Good setup. You got more than a 50-50. So you're right more than you're wrong, and every time you're right, you win 1.3 to 1. That's not a bad place to start, is it? So that's the 4 hour. Is there anything in the interim? I'm going to remove this because it's a little way off yet. There's nothing really to get too excited about just yet. But some of you guys who are trading on the lower time frames, you might be looking at this: X, A, B, C, D. Now the difference with this one is it's going to depend on the data. In order for a bat pattern to be valid, the B point has to hit the 50% retracement, okay? And this particular one doesn't on this data. Now your data might be, this is a couple of pips out, so it doesn't hit the 50%. That means it's invalid. We don't want to draw those invalid patterns on. We want to focus on patterns that are valid. And a lot of people say, well, it's only 1 pip, it's only 2 pips, does it matter? Well, yeah, you can't be half pregnant, right? It's the difference between consistently testing a consistently testing a profitable pattern and not, basically. Some of the guys in the live room are saying between YouTube and here there is a lag. Yeah, there will be a lag because this is going out via a live stream onto YouTube, whereas you guys are getting it raw. So you can either expand the screen in the live room or you can just come and join us on YouTube. I think many of you have done that anyway, judging by the attendees. So that's it. Aussie CAD, nothing. Like if you're dropping down to the 15, you might have some patterns in here. I'm not trading the 15, so I'm not worried. And look, that's it. I want you guys to understand that it's okay to not have any setups that meet your rules on these pairs. You don't have to spend hours glued to the charts trying to look for something that isn't there. If you haven't got a setup, fine, move on. Let's go on to the Aussie dollar. And we do exactly the same thing. We identify what the market's doing, what stage it's at. We make a prediction based off of that macro bird's eye view of what price is likely to do next and where it's likely to go. And then we look for those setups on our trading timeframes in the favor of that direction, in the direction of that move, of that prediction. Make sense? So, anyone got any questions on that or anything they want to look at on that? No? Feel free to fire in the chat if you do. Looks like we've got sensible people watching today. Well, it's still early. Still early. Don't want to talk too soon. All right. So, Aussie dollar, exactly the same thing. As you can see, we put in this lower low. We then put in this lower low here, which is also a bit of a fake break here. We had this 3-bar reversal, this kind of inverted head and shoulders type setup. Very, very common head formation here. And we've now put in this higher low. So we're just bouncing off the higher low right now. We're not in a bullish trend, okay? We're in a potential rotation of a bearish trend. So I've got no reason to believe that price is going to push lower or higher at this point. I just want to play the consolidation or the range strategies. Make sense? I just want to look at ranging setups that are going to allow me to, one, have a high probability. Euro Aussie, says Simon, I think. Euro Aussie. What about Euro Aussie? What about Euro Aussie? Let us know what you're looking at and we'll take a look. Let us know what setups you're looking at. Give us your analysis and we'll take a look. So Aussie dollar, again, consolidation setups. Now, if we are to push up to here, don't get me wrong, this would be a decent level for a counter, a structure-based setup. So will this. Okay, so if we bounce in between this big range, this pair's great for structure consolidation, as is the euro dollar. But this is something that I could potentially look at. If we push up to this level, I can then drop down to a trading time frame, look for confirmation that price is running out of steam or seeing some deceleration at that level, and then look for a lower time frame entry technique to get in and out to capture some real high probability, nice profits there. Not greedy profits, just in and out, capturing a high probability move. Euro Aussie daily. What about it, Simon? Euro, what are you looking at? What's the what are you looking at on the Euro Aussie? Let us know. Give us the time, give us the chart, the market, the time frame, the strategy, whether you're looking to go long or short, what your reasoning is for it. Where's the start of the move, the start of the pattern, so we can and if you just want me to take a look at the Euro Aussie, obviously we'll do that as well, but just tell us that's what you want. So daily time frame, consolidation, okay? Trading time frame, how can I trade consolidation? I can look for certain setups in consolidation, just like the ones I just showed you. Interestingly, you'll see at this level here, we had this really nice symmetrical time symmetry, price symmetry double top. Really nice respect of that level as well. If I had the RSI on here, you'd see that there was some nice divergence there as well. And then we had a 2618 set up, and then we rolled over. So we've kind of got this little move within a move. If you're trading off of lower time frames, you could probably be looking at, you might even be looking at trend-based setups. I'm not. I'm just looking at this as a range. I'm looking to trade in this range. And again, a number of ways you can do that. Either you're looking for consolidation patterns like this. This would be a Gartley. Okay, so those of you who are familiar with Gartleys, that's why we have these rules, because there's a difference between a bat pattern and a Gartley pattern and a butterfly pattern and a crab pattern and a shark pattern and all these patterns that people create. There's different rules for each of them which make them unique. And you can't test them or trade them consistently if you've got kind of grey rules, murky rules for them all. Make sense? You have to have definitive rules for them all. So not a lot here for me at the moment. Let's drop down to the 60 to see if there's any setups there. So look, those of you who are trading the lower time frames, right? Let's just say that this is your higher time frame even. You could be looking at the fact that we've got in this lower, low, lower close, lower, low, lower close, lower, low, lower close, right? Outside return, lower, low, lower close, outside return. You could be looking, sorry, you could be looking at this for a short, which would be a continuation. Now, if you trade the Graystone trend continuation, if you haven't learnt that, you can go and learn it on this YouTube channel. I did a whole series, step by step. It's a 5-part class series on how to trade that system. You can go and watch that, and I'll put the link in here for those of you guys watching the replay. But this would be the first chance entry around here. You'd be looking at literally shorting around here. And the way you'd be doing that is you'd be dropping down into the lower time frame, looking for a retest. Or you'd be waiting for a pull into zone 2, which is here, and you'd be looking for a lower, low, lower close candle. All right, the other way you could use, you could enter is literally an aggressive pattern trade. If you've got a setup for a pattern trade, so you could get something like this, and you'd be entering at the 886 if it was a bat pattern. Or you wait for the third chance entry, which is up here, right at the top, where you're looking for that ultra conservative entry, retest on the lower time frame, tight stops, maximum reward. So there's lots and lots of different ways to trade that. Simon says looking for that on daily because held the bullish trend. Okay. Oh, he says daily looking for long on Euro Aussie, but I also see a potential head and shoulders. Cool. So I take it you're not looking to trade it because you haven't got like definitive rules of how to enter. But we'll take a look at that in a moment. Amazing. So that's it on the Aussie dollar. Justin says long pound yen, hopefully 149.20 level, strong support would work. Long. So you got long off of 149.20. And that is the pound yen. We'll take a look at that in just a bit. So at the moment, you're either looking for a first chance entry on this, which would be a double top on a lower time frame. You'd be waiting for the second chance entry, which is a lower, low, lower close candle on the trading time frame. Or you'd be waiting for a third chance entry, which would be a double top on the lower time frame at that third chance zone. Or you might be looking for that advanced pattern setup or something like that. Either way, nothing right now. And that's only if you're looking for continuation setups, by the way. You might not even be looking for that. So other than that, not a lot. Not a lot. Anyone? Let's just quickly take a look at pound yen. You got long off of 149. 149.20 was it? 149.20. So you got long off of this level. Let's go out to the daily. Right, real nice structure consolidation zone. Okay, lovely level this is. Really nice level. In fact, if you've been following the live room for a while, this is very similar to the pound dollar. This is the pound yen. If I bring on the pound dollar, you're going to see it's very, very similar. Almost looks identical. Also, the New Zealand dollar was quite similar for a while, but the pound yen, pound Aussie even was consolidating for a bit. But the pound dollar and the pound yen are very, very similar. Very similar. And the pound yen's at a beautiful level there, 149.20. Bounced off of that most recent structure of support. We had some nice rejection here as well. Looking left, we also bounced off of it here. So it's a real nice level. And let's just look at ways to enter. One, you've got a 3-bar reversal. Okay, so there's bearish candle, doji candle, then a higher, higher, higher close. So that's one way of entering. Another way would be more conservative down on the hourly, where you might look for a double bottom or something like that, which we didn't get. Or you might have entered on the really low time frame and got a double bottom down here on the 15, which we did get. So lots of different ways to potentially enter. How did you enter? Simon? Was it Simon? Justin? How did you enter? Simon says, for an entry, I'm looking for 114. For entry, we have a continuation pattern. Second chance entry. Amazing. We're going to come back to the pound yen anyway, but I just want to get through the pound dollar and then the euro dollar, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll get back into the live room. I'll stop the live stream at the break, and then we'll get back into the live session. So let's go out to the daily. Whoops. Come on. Daily time frame, pound dollar. As you can see, it's very, very similar to the pound yen. Not as attractive in terms of that test of support. We haven't quite tested that yet. If we do, this is a perfect example of where I'd be looking for a structure-based long. I would personally be looking to get long here, and I'll talk you through some ways that I could do that right now. Before I do that, has anyone else got any way that they would enter this or what they would look for on this? First time in the live room, loving it, amazing. Welcome, SA. So look, is this a trend? Absolutely not. Since January, pretty much, we've been moving sideways. Okay, so we've been ranging. This market has been in a range since January. Okay, and within that range, for the entire year, for the entire 2021, we've been moving sideways. There's no trend here. Everyone agree with that? There's no trend. Within that, we've had these smaller structure consolidation zones, and these provide really, really strong levels of support and resistance that provide high probability setups if you can get involved. We've caught a few of these on this pair. So the next one that's setting up is down here, 3,600. We've got a 3,600 flat level number. Market's pushing down towards that level. We know these levels are like magnets. You can see we've had this strong bearish momentum here, which is now running out of steam slightly. What would be really nice is if we could just get a test of this level. If we can get a test of this low, looking left. If we can test this zone here, this would be a great area to look for a high probability long. Now, the only concern that I've got with this is target taking would be at structure. So one, we would need price to not spike down too low if it was a double bottom or something like that. But also, if you look at where targets are likely to go, I don't want to take targets beyond structure, because whenever I trade these types of setups, I'm just looking to get in and out so I can get onto the next one. I'm not looking to shoot for the moon for targets. So in order for me to get involved with something like this, at the moment, because of the way that I would trade this, let's just say I got in here. If my target was here, my stop loss would have to be below the low, whatever that might be. Yes, I could still get a 1.7 to 1. All right, which isn't too bad. And we're still what, 30 or 40 pips because it's on the 4 hour. So it's not a bad setup. It's not the best. Okay, it's not the best. but not to be sniffed at. I'll definitely be looking for this. And the way that I can get involved with this is to drop down into the 60 and get a double bottom down here and then enter. Some of you might be more aggressive. You might look for a 3-bar reversal or a doji, or you might look for, I don't know, a load test candle wick, tweezer bottoms, whatever you might be. But I'll be looking for a double top down here. Adam says FTB short down to structure. So the other way we could get involved is the FTB. All right, so look, we've got an FTB signal right here. So those of you familiar with the FTB, you would literally be setting a sell stop order in here, create new order, sell, stop order, and you would be setting that just below this low. So 136.63. All right, and you just literally set that in. And what that will do is tell the broker, if price action triggers this price level, lower than what we're trading at the moment, I want to sell the position at 136.63 at whatever your lot size is, whatever your position size is, and your broker will get you into that. Okay, and then once that's triggered, if that gets triggered, you want to then set your stop loss above the high of the signal candle, and then you're in, and then it's just a case of trailing the stop. For me, this isn't a valid FTB. Okay, it's not a valid FTB because the signal candle isn't valid. So I won't be taking that. I'd need two bullish candles prior to the signal, and we don't have that. So I won't be looking to involve myself in that personally. But if we do push down to this zone, that's where I'll be looking for the long. All right, so I reckon maybe later on today, this evening, maybe tomorrow's session, that's where we'll be looking to get involved in this setup. Tuesday is really about just like identifying the setup, especially in the London session. Monday's the dust settling. Tuesday's the setup day, and then Wednesday we usually have our busiest trading day on the Wednesday, and then Thursday they're either playing out or we've hit targets and we're just kind of rounding up what's happened that week. How many hours do you trade per day usually? Because of the live room, I mean, we do about an hour and a half to 2 hours in here. Other than that, I probably spend another hour at the charts. So no more than kind of 3 hours a day. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. My swing trading takes me about 15 minutes a day at night. If I didn't run this live room, I'd probably spend an hour a day, max. Not even that. Probably 45 minutes a day. I do 3 sets of analysis per day, but because I've been doing it a long time, my analysis, I've got that down pretty quick now, so I'm pretty efficient with the analysis. So let's look at the euro dollar. Euro dollar, we did violate this support level looking left, but we're holding that now. It's a bit of a fake breakout to the downside. We've held that level again, held it again, and now we're there again. And it is, again, another ranging market. I'm not directional with this. I'm not looking at trends. There's no trends here. All I'm looking at is consolidation setups. So drop down to the trading time frame. How can I trade this? One great thing about the euro dollar is it really is good with these structure consolidation zones. So if you are looking for a setup, this previous double bottom here, or this retest, wouldn't be a bad level to look for a long. And with this particular pair, when I look for structure consolidation setups, unlike the pound dollar, where I'm looking to get that in and out, a bit of a lag on that, where I'm looking to get the in and out, I'm instead looking to trail it up. So with the euro dollar, I don't necessarily have to take my entire position off at structure. I can take a portion of the position off and then just trail the targets up to this high. Because what the euro dollar does that the pound dollar doesn't do is it does really respect these structure consolidation channels, and you normally get a good run. So I want to squeeze as much profit out of that as possible. And that's something I do on the euro dollar that I don't do on the pound dollar. So if I can get involved in this, I would still take target ones off at structure, but I'll be trailing stops to whenever I get stopped out or I hit the upper level of the resistance zone. Cool. Any other questions? Let me know if you've got any other questions. So on here you can see we've really not got a lot at the moment. It's a bit of a patience game. Has anyone got anything on this? Adam Logan's been short on this since last week. Adam, where's your... Adam says, look like there could be more room to move down looking left on euro dollar. I agree. Yeah, I agree. What was your reason for shorting, Adam? Again, let us know. FTB, yeah. Okay, so Adam took the FTB. He's been short since last week. You would have got in somewhere around here. And you'd be rolling that down. So amazing. Good stuff. The FTB signal candle, by the way, guys, for those of you wondering, is right here. As long as you didn't get stopped out, you've trailed this all the way down. And you are where you are. So, anyone else got anything on the euro dollar that they want to share with us? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our Trader Coffee Break channel. It's a different channel altogether. It's called The Trader Coffee Break. Okay, I'll shoot that into the chat. News this week, we've got FOMC tomorrow, by the way, so be mindful of that. But if you want to immerse yourself in trading and trading discussions and great trading topics, definitely go and check out the Trader Coffee Break channel. It's a brand new channel with me and Akil Stokes, where we talk about different trading topics. You can go and check that out right there. I'll also put it into the description of this video as well if you want to come back and watch a recording. Adam Job says, short, I can't see, it's too far away, 18530 based on daily structure. Awesome. Okay, look, what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to quickly take a 13-minute break, then we'll get back onto the last four pairs, where I'll be going and joining just the trading room, guys. So I'm going to stop streaming this on YouTube now. If you've enjoyed it, check out the live room. You can come in for 2 weeks for nothing anyway, and you can really see what we do, and you can join the rest of the traders in there and go through some of the programs and use our tools and all the rest of it, and check out the platform. So until then, take care, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then.